Hello everyone, it's Renata from the eSpot, and in this video I will be giving you my prediction for who will win UMK 2026. This video is part of my work as a doctoral researcher of contemporary culture studies at the University of Jyväskylä in Jyväskylä, Finland. If you'd like to learn more about my research, please watch the informational video that I have linked in the video description below. You can also read my first research article at the link in the video description. I will not collect any personal information from the viewers of this video or anyone who engages within the comments section. So with that out of the way, let's get into the prediction. Right now, we are only a few days out from the UMK final, so it is time to do a little bit of speculation. And remember, this is all just speculation, and you may disagree with my assessment. There really are no right or wrong answers. And of course, anything can change between right now and the show. Today is Tuesday, and the show is on Saturday, so there's still a few days, and who knows what'll happen. But during rehearsals is typically when we get a better idea of who might win. Okay, Cookie wants to join the stream. Say hi to everybody, Cookie. So I will be in rehearsals on Saturday, and I will do a quick rundown before the live show. So I think that'll be around like 5 or 6 p.m., but I don't quote me on that. Just make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss our reporting when I'm on the ground. But I will give you a rundown of what happened in the rehearsals and also my final prediction of what is going to occur. So jumping into the analysis, we're going to go in running order. I feel like that just makes the most sense. And I'll be looking at the music video streams, the placement on the Spotify top 50 for Finland, and those numbers are going to be from 1 week ago. Last year when I did the prediction, I also had the numbers out from 1 week, so this is a better way to compare to last year since that is a known result. And I've also got the stream numbers for Spotify. And the rehearsal teasers from UMK came out onto Instagram, and with all of that combined, I will give you my predictions on the jury vote, the public vote, and the final result, as long as some other opinions along the way. Cookie wants to give me her opinions. I think her opinion is that she wants second dinner, but she doesn't get a second dinner. I just want to real quickly just say hi to everybody who is already watching. Hi, Tia. Hi, Miko. Say hello, Cookie. Say hi to Tia and Miko. Great to have you all here. Wow, 28 people already. That's awesome. So do please give me your comments as I go through my notes after each artist. I'll check and see what's going on in the comments and respond to what you guys think. Okay, so the first song in the running order is Komiat with Lululai. Cookie, she's going to just come up and down the whole time. This is so annoying. It's very unprofessional, Cookie. You're making me look unprofessional. Okay, so Komiat's Lululai. On YouTube, this had 678,000 views, which is the third most views of all of the UMK songs for this year. That's a lot of views. Like, that is a lot of views. Any other year of UMK, that would be like the top views for UMK. But I've noticed looking back that the videos this year are doing a lot better than last year. Just generally speaking, there's way more views. So for Spotify, this song has 1.5 million streams, an amazing number, 1.5 million for really a new song. The thing is that it is 30th in the Spotify 50, which is the fourth most streamed song from UMK. So this is actually not good. Like yes, 1.5 million streams, that is good. But what's hanging me up is that this is the fourth most streamed song and it's only 30 on the top 50. That's really low. Sekai Scene was also fourth in streams, but it was at 12th of the top 50. So people are not listening to the songs this year in comparison to last year. which is going to be a theme as we continue on with this category with the other artists. Um, they're just not topping the charts. Last year's songs were topping the charts, and these ones this year, they jumped to the top right when they came out, and then interest kinda, like, peeled back a little bit. And, I mean, 30th for the 4th most listened song, that's really not good. And there were some albums that had come out, Isak Elia had put out an album, who else? Asti, someone else put out an album, so there have been people who have been pushing the songs down, but it's not great. So, the thing about the Sekai scene comparison is that um, it's not always like a indication of how a song is going to do at the final. Sekai scene came fourth in the streams, but it came last in the contest. So it's not like a super reliable data point, but it is a data point. So just keep that in mind while we're going through these. Cookie, oh my goodness. Oh, you're up and then you're down. You're up and then you're down. Okay. Okay. So the rehearsals. The rehearsal clip basically looked like the music video. It's like a dance floor. They even had the light up sign for the like Sekahaku thing. So they're going pretty straightforward nostalgia. Having a band is generally limiting. Personally, I don't really like bands in the context of like UMK just because they're not actually playing. So you just have to figure out something to do with them. And it looks like they're just going to be pretending to play a dance. Um, I do think that going first is good for them. I think it's going to like set the pace for the whole show and it's going to get the crowd going. So I do think that that was the right decision on account of the producers. My prediction for the jury is I think that the juries will like this because it's not risky. Juries normally don't like things that are very risky. But I also don't think that it's very international, and juries tend to like things that are a little bit more international. So I'm thinking it's gonna end up somewhere in the middle for the juries. They're not gonna love it, they're not gonna hate it. But televote prediction is another story. I think it's gonna do better with the televote than it did with the jury. Um, Komiat did just win Band of the Year and Newcomer of the Year at Iskomagala. So at the moment, they're super hot with the public. People voted for them in Iskomagala. I'm guessing people are going to vote for them in UMK. So my final result prediction is it's going to be somewhere in the middle, the high middle, second, third, or fourth, depending on how that like televote and jury gets split. And also because of the way the televote points work, just how much of that televote is going to be made up of the televote winner, which could be a Hoover situation where they take up all the points. So we'll see, but I think Komiat's going to have a really great result. Okay, now let's check, see what's happening in the comments. I don't have like an extra screen, so I can't like have both going at the same time. Komiya, 4th or 6th place in the final. Okay, you're a little bit less optimistic than I am. Yeah, Cookie wants my attention. She always does. She really wants food. I should have given her a little bit more food, but she's just gonna have to deal with it. So, and you guys are gonna have to deal with it, but she's cute to look at, so whatever. Okay. Next song is Etta, $1 Million Smile. So they've decided to put her second. I don't know. I have always have so much to say about this one. And I will say that this song continues to grow on me. I had done the ranking video and I said there that this one's grown on me the most. I am getting to the point now where like when I'm listening to it, I am truly bopping along. I like this song a lot more than I ever thought that I even would now at this point. But it's not necessarily good to be like a grower in these kinds of contest situations. You need to have the impact immediately. So on YouTube, 663,000 views. That is the 4th. And again, in any other year, that would be a lot of views. But I'm somewhat surprised that it's only fourth because she's really well known and it was released first. Last year, the first song released was Naya River, who was completely unknown, but she was second in views on that video. And she finished second to last. But out of all the videos, I would say that this was like the weakest one visually. And to be honest, I thought that it was kind of boring. It just didn't really like excite at all. And the song itself is a bit like kind of mid tempo. So I think it didn't add anything to the song as well. And maybe a different video would have made it a bit more popular. Um, but when it comes to streams, this song is second in streams. It's 2.9 million streams. Amazing. Um, I'm sure it's because she's got a ton of fans. Um, Coste also had a lot of fans, and he was 12th in streams. She is also 12th in streams as far as the Finland top 50 on Spotify. The thing is with Coste, that didn't correspond with his votes. He was getting so many streams, but he came in last. So again, this doesn't necessarily mean, oh, Edda's gonna crush in the televote. It does not mean that. It just means that she has a lot of people who like her song. And that is good. That is a good thing. One of the most important things to me personally about these kinds of contests, about UMK, is it's not just about UMK night. It's not just about who has the best music video for the song or who has the best performance. It's about like who made a song that people want to listen to. People want to listen to Million Dollar Smile. That's good. Even if maybe I didn't really like the song at first, I didn't really want to listen to it. Lots of people like it. Lots of people are listening to it. That's fantastic. I'm happy for Etta for that reason. But I don't see that being the case actually with the songs this year. People are not listening to them like they were in previous years. Um, so the rehearsals. Just like with Coste, I thought that the rehearsal looks really bad. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that this is potentially a train wreck situation. My biggest concern is it looks like she has green screen stairs, like she's on some kind of stairs, like walking upstairs, and you could see that they have like the lime green paint or coating on them, which is something that they would be using to project some kind of an image. And also there was some kind of choreography that she was doing in the clip where it looked like she was like grabbing something from the air. I'm guessing like a torch or something. This was setting off alarm bells for me for two reasons. First reason is that it reminded me of Last Dance by Stefania, who represented Greece, which was one of the worst stagings I've ever seen in my entire life. It was so corny. I remember when I saw that staging, I couldn't stop laughing. I was literally in hysterics laughing because it was so stupid. Stairs and the green screen thing. Whatever those people were with the green screen like bodysuits, that definitely made it worse. And I doubt they're gonna do that here. But it was really corny. So I'm worried about the green screen stairs. And the second reason that I'm worried about this is because it looked like they had incorporated some generative AI graphics into the music videos in her music video and in the Takatuka music video. And I'm so worried that they're gonna use AI graphics on this green screen, and that would be so ugly and an absolute disaster. I'm really not hopeful about this. Maybe I'm totally wrong and it'll be cool, but I really think that this staging is gonna be a hot mess. Um, Jury prediction. I don't think it's gonna be a hit with the juries. It's not international, and juries tend to not reward rappers. I think it's going to be middle to low with juries, kind of just depending on how the performance goes. But I think she's kind of at a disadvantage just because of the type of artist that she is and the type of song that this is. For the televote, again, I think it's going to depend on the performance here. Everything depends on the performance. Okay, everything depends on the performance, but if she performs it well, she's gonna have a middle placement in the televote. If the performance has issues, she's going to have a low televote, potentially a Sini sabotage coste type situation. Um, it's definitely going to be hit or miss. I'm worried for her. Um, the final result, I think she's going to be somewhere in the middle, possibly a bit on the low side, but maybe not. But I do think she's going to be in the middle. She's not coming last. And she's definitely not coming first. Let's just say that. Okay. So, okay, some comments here. Komiat gets third or fourth. I think that could definitely be the case. You're liking Komiat, but you're not liking Etta. I think those two songs, those two artists actually are so different that there's probably a lot of people who really prefer one over the other. So I don't think you're alone there. Um, Top 50 is a little skewed as Isaac Elliott just released an album. Yeah, that is true. However, if you were following throughout the whole like month since the songs came out, those songs drop down fast. So it's not all the Isaac Elliott. It's definitely not helping matters, but these songs were dropping really quickly. So people were losing interest fast. Okay. Got to take a sip. I'm talking so much. Okay. The next song in the running order is Rakauren Kipe by Kiki. My favorite song, my winner. On YouTube, this one got 454,000 views, which is sixth most views. So not great. But again, this is another year where it would be a wonderful amount of views if it was last year or the year before. It's actually almost exactly the same number of views that Aina had last year, and that was one of the most popular songs from UMK. To me, that's a shame because I thought this was one of the better music videos and also one of the better songs in the competition. It's just not been getting love, like at least not the amount of love that I think that it deserves. And that bums me out, honestly, because when I heard it, I thought that it was perfect and a great entry. Um, so with the streams on Spotify, she did hit a million. She got 1.1 million streams on Spotify. Um, but this was the fifth most streams out of all the songs this year. And she's only at 56 in the Spotify 50. So she's not even in the top 50. She's in the top 100. Um, really, really not good. The lowest ranked song last year was Nightmares by Naya River. That was 49th. So that was actually doing better at the same time out from the contest than Rakaran Kipe is doing. But there's two songs that have an even lower placement in the charts than this one does this year. So I'm worried. I'm worried in general about the state of the contest this year because the numbers are not numbering. Like the streams are not streaming. The popularity is not sticking. So even if people were listening at first, they're not listening now, and you want them to be listening as you get close to the contest. So I don't understand why this song in particular has been received so poorly among Finnish people. Foreign fans really love the song. I'm one of them. I've heard people say that they don't like it because of the part. I don't see what the big deal is. I honestly never even registered to me all the times that I listened to it that would be like annoying to anyone. It's similar to like what Rihanna did with Umbrella. It's actually almost exactly what she did. So if anything, I would understand a criticism of, oh, she's trying to be like Rihanna, but I haven't seen anyone say that. They're just like, it's annoying. Okay. I've also seen people say that they thought the music sounds like too ethnic or oriental, which, whoa, that's not the word you should be using. Seriously, guys, don't use that word to describe this song. Um, and I don't get that at all. I don't see it as being like a super like ethno song. Maybe there's like a little bit of like Eastern instrumentation, but it's not really that much. I think it says a lot more about how Finnish people feel about anything that is let's say, not finish. Um, so I think that's some of the, like, criticisms for her song I just don't understand whatsoever. I don't understand why people don't like her, why they don't like it. Um, so with the rehearsals, this one, it looked like she was doing a lot of dancing, so I'm not worried about that at all. I've been to her concerts. She does dance at her concerts through the whole show. She dances and she sings at the same time. I know that she can do it. I've watched her do it. She's used to it. The only thing is about that rehearsal clip is that, either there's some kind of a set piece or other dancers that will be there that they're just not showing us, or this is going to be a performance that relies on camera tricks. There was some sort of what looked like a, like, movable camera rig. So, like, maybe some, like, a camera's gonna be, like, going around her. I'm not totally sure exactly what that was, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be really interesting. I think the focus is going to be on her, and I think that will be a good thing. And she's a really cool dancer, and I think the dance moves that she's doing, at least in that little clip, look like they go really well with the music. So, like I said, I'm biased because I love this one, but I think that the staging is actually going to be pretty cool. Um, Jury prediction. I think that the juries is going to appreciate this more than the public, because we already know that the public doesn't appreciate it. The song is really well produced. It has a current sound. It doesn't sound like dated. It sounds very fresh. And I also think that it manages to be international without being in English. And I think that is something that is actually hard to pull off. I think it does have a sound that would work other places, that other people would like it. For some reason, just the Finnish people don't. Whatever. Um, but I think that it's going to get a solid middle placement from the jury. I don't think that they're going to tank this one unless she, like, really messes up, but I kind of doubt it. I think she's gonna do just fine with them. Unfortunately for the televote, I think that it's gonna be pretty low since people are just so bizarrely critical of it. However, Goldilocks also was not doing great in the streams last year, and she came second in the televote, and she had an awesome staging. So maybe this is just like a super cool staging, and that'll be enough that people think, you know what? Okay, that's good enough for me to vote for her. We'll see. Um, so final prediction on this is that the jury is going to help her, and she's going to end up solidly in the middle. At least that's what I hope will happen for her. Um, oh my goodness. Okay, we have a lot of comments here. Okay, guys. Um, I think maybe Kiki will get second or third in the final, or maybe it's surprise winner. Okay, I like the way you think. Miko, you're bringing the energy that I like to see. Yes, I would love to see that happen. I don't think that she'll be a surprise winner, but second or third, oh my god, that would be fabulous. Kiki's chorus is good, but you don't like the whole song. That's funny because most people don't like the chorus. That's what everyone's complaining about is the chorus. You think it could be second or third. Okay, I am. Yes, yes. I love it, you guys. I love you all. Okay, Kiki seems to be much more popular with international fans. Yeah, I would agree. Surprisingly, not with the Finns. She even has ads running on TV for her song. Can you do that? Is that legal? Sandy, is she gonna get kicked from the contest? Are you allowed to do that? But you know what? I did see that Liakin Heitin, that was shown at the end of the Finland hockey game after they won their silver medal. They did like a montage clip of the hockey players, and they played Liakin Heitin, and this was on Ule. And I thought, like, should they do that? Should they play the song that's in their contest? Like, now everyone's gonna have this association with, like, Finland winning silver and Liakin Heitin. Mm. But yeah, that is super interesting about the ads. I don't watch TV, so I haven't seen any ads. So actually, if you could point me towards one of those ads, I would love to see them. Um, Did you know Kiki's not going to wear that thing on her head at UMK? I didn't know that, but I had a feeling that she was gonna do something else for her costume. I've noticed with the rehearsal clips, um, they tend to not show anything about the costumes if it's a new costume, but if it's the same costume, they're not afraid to show us that. For example, Chachi is wearing her costume from the music video in the rehearsal clip. Um, I think that's a good choice, that all those, like, beads on her head, you could possibly hear that, like, in the microphone, and it didn't look comfortable, and she does a lot of dancing. So that makes sense. Maybe Kiki gets 3rd, would be great. You think that the head thing was beautiful, but will not be as beautiful without her wearing it. I mean, I think that they do such a good job with the costumes. I'm sure that it will be something that's also really beautiful. I see Kiki getting a Alexandra result, sadly. Ooh. I hope not. I hope not. Okay, Tia, you've also seen Kiki's ads on TV. That's really interesting. I'm surprised that that's not against the rules. That worries me a little bit. It also worries me that she would feel the need to run ads for her song. So, okay. 50 people watching right now. Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Agree, disagree, whatever. Just go ahead and jump right in there. Um, jump right in. Cookie heard jump right in, and Cookie said, "Oh, I'll jump right back into the video." This is her 3rd or 4th time back up onto my lap. Oh, Cookie, what am I going to do with you? I should have fed you more food. Oh, this is my fault. Um, okay, next song, Auntie Paulinen's Takatuka. On YouTube, it has a million views. It's 2nd in views. It's insane to have a million views on a music video in UMK and only be 2nd. This is obviously a good sign for him. I mean, the music video was cool and, like, interesting, so I could see why people were, like, maybe going back to it. Um, Stream wise, it is at 1.7 million. That is a lot of streams. It is 23rd on the Spotify 50, which is the 3rd of the UMK songs. And again, to be the 3rd placing and only be 23 on the top 50, it doesn't matter that what's his face, Isak Elliott, put out an album at that point. Even with all this, even if you took Isak Elliott out entirely, that's the 3rd most popular song from UMK, and it would not even be in the top 10. That is bad. That is bad. But people are listening to this song in particular. People are listening. I have actually enjoyed listening to this song. It is a good one. Regarding the rehearsals, this rehearsal clip told us the least out of any of the rehearsal clips. It basically told us nothing, actually. So I'm guessing that they're hiding something really big, or it's going to be totally boring, but I really doubt that. So I'm just trying to go stand on my desk. So what they showed was basically Auntie sitting on a chair, like the barber's chair that was from the music video, and he's just sitting there with his accordion. Um, I thought that I saw a little glimpse of, like, two guys behind him at one point. So my guess and my prediction from the music video was that they were gonna have those people with, like, the hair outfits, that they're gonna be involved somehow. So we're gonna have some kind of, like, kooky thing going on with weird dancing and Auntie doing something. I'm guessing that there might be some other set piece. Maybe it's gonna be one of those things where they kinda have, like, walls, so it looks like he's in a barber shop or something. I mean, really, I have no idea. The clip just told us nothing. Um, okay, Cookie, ugh. I'm not picking her up again. She's really annoying me. Oh, this is so unprofessional. Okay. So, jury prediction. This is probably the most difficult for me to predict for the juries. It's possible that they're gonna like it because musically, I think that it's good. It's like interesting and but it's still really listenable. Like it's not like so out there. In fact, it's really mid-tempo. It's not like Cha Cha Cha, which was like this crazy frenetic thing. But it's also possible that they really don't like it. The vocal style is a bit, I don't know, not like a super commercial vocal style. I really have no idea. I think it'll come like somewhere around the middle with the juries. There's probably going to be things that they like a little bit more than this. I definitely don't think it's going to win the jury. As far as the televote, the public obviously loves this one. Finland loves goofy guys. Finland loves humor, and this has both. Although I wouldn't consider this a joke song at all. Like there is like a meaning and message in the lyrics. Um, but okay, so even if the public loves it, it doesn't always mean that they're going to vote for it. I do think that it will be among the top in the televote, like the top 3 in the televote. Um, but again, I do think we have a landslide situation with the televote winner this year, so there's just not gonna be a lot of points to go around after that. And Iltalehti had posted a poll of their readers, which is pretty broad group of Finnish people, I would imagine. Um, and the poll had this one coming second right now. And that seems predictive to me. So maybe this one will come second in the televote, but it's definitely coming top 3 in the televote unless it totally flops. Um, and I believe that for the final result, this is coming in the top 3. If it's not in the top 3, it's going to be like a close fourth. Like maybe everything is actually going to be really close throughout everything that's not the first one. But we all know where this is going. Let's be real here. Nobody is under any illusion of what the top song is going to be. But I think that it might actually be like a close race. So yeah, top 3, fourth if it underperforms. And let's go into the comments. Um, let's see. Oh, okay. We've got a lot of comments. Oh, you guys are so chatty today. I love it. You think that the awful Takatuka song will go great? Maybe. Takatuka can be a surprise winner or second place in the final. If Peta and Linda fail, it could be a surprise winner. I mean, possible. Honestly, at first, you thought that, what is that weirdo? But the chorus is so good and can't get it out of your head. Yep, I would agree with that. I mean, I even sometimes with Cookie, I'll just look at her and be like, takatuka, takatuka, takatuka. So it's become like just a like vocal stim for me at the house. Um, yeah, the ads are from the Sonoma Company TV channels. Her record label is part of Sonoma, so that's about Kiki. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna look into that Sonoma Company. It's a funny song, and maybe people like it because it makes people smile. Doesn't make me smile. Okay, oh John. Okay, tell us how you really feel. Um, yeah, we love Cookie here. Auntie will be the shock winner, I think. That would be shocking, but anything is possible. You just hope he doesn't win because there's so much better ones. I do think that this probably would not be the best winner. If Auntie wins, I'll move to France. Okay. um Also, Ule played all UMK songs on the Olympic broadcast on different days and heavily advertised UMK. Ah, okay. So it just so happened that they happened to play Liakin Heitin on the hockey game, which is, of course, the most viewed event for the Olympics in Finland. But that makes sense then. So they didn't just choose that one to promote. They promoted everyone more or less equally. Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Next song. Let's see. Okay, we've only been on here for like 35 minutes. That's not too bad. I think the stream last year went for like an hour, and I'm trying to be a little bit more efficient this time around. Okay, Cherry Cake by Chachi. On YouTube, this one got 594,000 views, which has a fifth of all of the views. And yeah, that's a lot of views. But the thing is about Chachi is she has 1.4 million followers on Instagram. So I'm hesitant to think that video or song streams for her are translating into anything meaningful. Just because if she posts the link to her music video, she has 1.4 million people who can click on that link and go to the video. Are those people in Finland? Probably not all of them, definitely not all of them, probably not most of them. She's American. A lot of the people are probably Americans who clicked on it. And I mean, that's really cool because maybe if some American people got introduced to UMK because of Chachi, I mean, that'd be a wonderful thing. Um, but yeah, I don't want to put too much stake in the views, but it's probably not good that she has all these followers, but she could only get 594,000, that she's still only fifth in the views. I mean, you would think, well, she's got all these followers, maybe she should be like top in the views because she's got all these followers, and that didn't pan out for her. I don't know what that says. Um, so with Spotify, she's got 881,000 streams on the song. Um, and that is the sixth most streams for the UMK songs this year. And she was only at 75th place on the, I guess, Spotify 100. Um, so people are listening to the song. People have listened to the song. That's good for her because she's a new artist. So that's positive for her, like her career possibilities if people are listening. But I think just absolutely everything is riding on this performance. Um, she's kind of an unknown quantity, and the song being in English and, in my personal opinion, not good. Like the lyrics are not good. So I don't know. Um, the rehearsals. So the video for the rehearsals showed us that this was going to be dance heavy, which we already knew because she's a dancer. I mean, that's kind of been the thing all along, that she's known for being a dancer. She was on like the America's Dance Crew or something like that. I think she teaches dance classes. Like the dancing is going to be amazing. It's going to be off the hook. Like we're prepared for that. And she was on The Masked Singer in Finland, so we know that she can sing. She is able to sing, but she has admitted that singing and dancing at the same time has been a humbling experience for her. So maybe she's just being humble. Maybe she's learned from the Finnish people to just be humble. But it's possible that it's going to be a struggle for her simply because it's not something that she's necessarily used to doing. But maybe the dancing will be enough to wow us and forgive any like shoddy vocals. But again, I just don't think that the song is providing her enough support. Like I don't think the song is good enough that she can really slack off with the singing or the dancing. Um, my prediction for the jury is that if the performance is good, the juries will reward her since the song is pretty international. I mean, it's like a Swedish type song. Like this is a song that could be in Melfest. Um, in fact, the Swedish writers who are on the song, and yes, I know Kiro produced it. Okay. But the Swedish songwriters who did this, they have so many songs in Melfest for like the past forever years. And we know how everyone feels about Melfest songs, and the juries love Swedish made music. So she's at least got that going for her. But she needs to perform it well. Like I said, if she doesn't perform it well, they're not gonna reward her. The televote prediction, I don't think people are voting for this, honestly. Especially if it's anything less than freaking incredible. Like she has to be perfect. Perfect vocals, perfect dancing. Everyone else needs to stumble through the whole thing. I don't think that she is at an advantage here whatsoever. Um, and for the final result, I think that she's gonna be somewhere like middle low in the like combined jury televote. Um, but I don't think that she's coming last unless she's really bad. Um, okay, let's check the chat. Um, okay, I'm sorry, but I have to say that I hate this song. She's going to be the last one, or so you hope. Sorry, Chachi, it's not personal, just my opinion. She's not a singer. I also like Chachi. She seems like a really nice person. I did meet her at the artist announcement and she was lovely and like she's got like this great energy. So like when you meet Chachi like and you talk to her, you're like, "Oh, what a lovely person." Um so yeah, it's not personal. I also hate the song. I think the song is really bad and I think the song is pretty much the worst of all the songs for this year and I absolutely hate it and I skip it when it comes on. Um, so maybe you're gonna mute your TV while she's playing it. You know, it's your home. You can do whatever you wanna do. You don't have to listen to something you don't wanna listen to. That's my belief. I will be in the audience for the rehearsal and for the live show, so, I don't have the ability this isn't gonna do anything because it's really loud in that arena, um and I wouldn't anyway, because I do wanna hear how she does, singing wise, because that's a really unknown quantity how she'll do when she's singing. But yeah, so with the rehearsals, I'll be in there. So like I said, well, for the people who didn't catch the beginning, I'm going to give a rundown after the rehearsal. So sometime midday, 5, 6 p.m., I'm going to jump on live really quickly and just let you guys know how it went. I'll also be posting pictures from rehearsals on my Instagram account, so do follow my Instagram account. And I have really good seats for the final. So there's a chance you might see me in the crowd there. So do keep an eye out for your girl. Um, because yep, I'm gonna be right up by the stage for that final. Um, okay, you think that she's coming in sixth place. I think that is a solid prediction, and I agree. And oh, you agree she is a good dancer. Yeah, she's a great dancer. She's a great dancer. She's got great skills and a great energy, which is good for dancing and entertaining. But yeah, 50 people. So great to have you all here. Um, you're going to jump on the roof. You can jump on the roof. Just don't jump off the roof, okay? Too excited. I'm so excited for this weekend. It's gonna be a big weekend. Everything's been leading up to this weekend for a long time now. Okay, so the next song is the Ready to Leave by Sinica Monte. Um mm, okay, let me do so on YouTube, this song has 310,000 views, which is last. That's the lowest amount of views. And that's really bad for a year like this, which has inflated views over normal. Um, as an example, Coste had 307,000 views last year, and that was the lowest amount of views last year. And he was already a huge star, and he came last. She's completely unknown, so maybe that's like an okay sign for her. You know, nobody knew who she was, and they still watched 310,000 times. A bunch of people knew who Coste was, and they only watched 307,000 times. I don't know. I think she is in trouble. For Spotify, she had 624,000 views. And this is, yeah, last of the streams as well. And she was on the top list at 184, and that was a re entry onto the top list. So she dropped off completely from the top list, and that's really low. So this is just not a good sign. Um, I don't really know what else to say, honestly. I think that the numbers pretty much speak for themselves here. Um, People aren't watching, people aren't listening. Um, for the rehearsals, what they showed us was that there's some kind of like clear plastic apparatus that they're using for her. So she's going to be maybe like laying down on something. Maybe it's an illusion to make it look like she's falling. Or maybe they're going to do some visual tricks. I'm really not sure. But it could be really interesting, actually. I'm really intrigued by this one. Um, I just I don't know whatever they do, like, what could they possibly do to make it the song interesting when people just really aren't finding it interesting? Another thing about Seneca, we have no idea what she's like live. I mean, we know that, Chachi can dance, and we know that she, like, kind of can sing. We've never seen Seneca live. This is an insanely high stress situation. I mean, you have in the history of UMK, you have experienced performers who get up there and then they can't sing on the day. Benjamin, he couldn't sing when he got up there. I don't know if it was nerves or I don't know what the deal was, but I mean, it's happened to more experienced people than her. So she could get up there and forget how to use her voice. She could get up there and blow us away. I mean, who knows? Maybe she's just absolutely amazing live. We just do not know. This is gonna be one of those things where you're going to wanna tune in, to my, rehearsal wrap up. Can she do it? Can she not do it? That's gonna tell us, with the actual rehearsal. Um, yeah, I think the placement also is really not helping her. She's coming right after Chachi, which is so high energy. And she's also coming right before Linda and Pete. So, like, there's the possibility that people are just going to totally forget that she ever even existed once Linda and Pete go on. And another thing about the stress is she's got to watch basically everyone else go before her. So she's just going to sit there and the stress is just going to build and build and build. So I'm really worried for her. Um, the jury, I don't think I don't think that this is gonna win the jury's over, at least in comparison to the other options. And I doubt that she could deliver in a way that would put her above, 4 or 5 other artists. I'm just not hopeful about this, and I really hope that it wasn't like, a situation where maybe she wasn't ready and they put her in when she wasn't ready, because that could be really damaging. I hope it's not that. Televote prediction, this is coming last in the televote. I just don't I'm sorry. I think this is coming last in the televote. And I feel bad saying it. God, I hope she's not watching this video. I hope she's not watching this video. I hope that she is being protected by her team to kind of limit the amount that she sees, like, that she can compare herself to the other acts, you know? Because I mean, it's gotta be really hard to have, like, the least popular song of the year. I don't think Coste cared, that he had the least views, but I don't know, that it just can't feel good, so I feel bad for her, and I hope that everything ends up okay for Miss Seneca. Okay, check out the chat. Uh, you haven't even listened to it? Oh, I mean, you should listen to it. Um, Seneca's underappreciated. She's your second place. Okay, so do you know what? Maybe there's more people like you. You just gotta vote for her then. You gotta vote for her. She's too cute. She is cute. She's cute. She's very sweet. I talked to her at the artist reveal too. She's super nice. She is super tall. That girl is so tall. When she walked out, I was like, whoa. She's like huge. Not like huge. Like she's like they put her through a taffy stretcher. Um, Maybe Ready to Leave gets last place in the final, or if live performance is great, maybe she gets third place. You know, she's got to perform. That's the thing. She's really got to perform and prove people wrong. But I think this one honestly is probably going to be closer. I forget who said Alexandra earlier. Alexandra also had like a very kind of subdued, sort of like emotional song. But she performed it really well and it still didn't really help her out. So she does look like a model. She is gorgeous. If this was the new model competition, I think Seneca would win. But for new music competition, I I think she's up against the most of anybody. Okay, and the ones that are up against the least is the last ones, Linda and Pete, Liakin Hatin. Um, on YouTube, 2.2 million views. That's insane. Erica, for example, had only 772,000 views. She didn't even hit a million views. Auntie hit a million views. This has 2.2 million. That's like 3 times as much as Erica had. And I think that this was the fastest to ever hit 1 million on a UMK video. And it was also the most viewed ever UMK video in its first day online. Crazy, crazy numbers. Um, so Spotify, obviously, this is also number one in views on YouTube, number one listen song. 3.5 million streams, but still, it's ninth. And maybe if Isak Elliott hadn't put out his album, it would be first. But it's nine. Obviously, this is the top song of the year. Period. The numbers are amazing. There's really not much else to say about them. Like they've smashed every record for UMK. The rehearsal clip actually wasn't telling us a whole lot, and I sort of figured that would be the case. But we know that it's going to have lots of fire. We could have assumed it would have lots of fire. We know that UMK likes to use fire. They especially like to use fire on the final song of the show. And it looked like it's going to be something that like pops, like there's going to be individual like popping fires. So I think the pyro will be very impressive. We know that Linda and Pete can perform. They can sing live. They're not going to be nervous. Maybe they will be nervous, but their nerves aren't going to get to them to the point that they can't perform. It's going to be great. There's no question it's going to be great. Jury prediction is that they're going to love it. It's very Eurovision. It was made in a lab to win UMK and to do well at Eurovision. Televote prediction, Finnish people love it. Finnish people tend to vote for what they think is going to do good at Eurovision as well. This will do good at Eurovision. Iltalehti's poll had them winning with 72%. It's going to be a landslide, people. I know we're all prepared for it. It's going to be a landslide. But like I said before, it's kind of that other, all the points, the people who don't vote for Liakin Haitian, what are they going to vote for? That's really the question. The results, the winner is not interesting this year. We know what's going to win more or less. It would be a shock if it didn't win. It's everything. Where is everyone else going to end up? That's the really interesting thing. Because I don't see any scenario where this is even close. Honestly, I mean, it's cool to think about the shock winners, but I just don't see that happening. I will be shocked. I will be more shocked than ever if this is not the winner. But I have to say, I'm so disappointed about that. Not because I think Liakin Hatin is bad or that it wouldn't deserve to win. I just prefer a competitive contest. Last year was not competitive either. We all knew that Erica was going to win. From basically when the songs came out, it was obvious that Erica was going to win. As soon as this came out, we didn't even see the other 5 songs, and already we knew that it was going to win. I don't like that. I don't like that. I would have liked to see a little bit more competitiveness, a little bit more songs with a chance. I feel really let down just by how simply uncompetitive this year is. Yeah, I just really want to see what happens with everyone else. And I'm curious to see what happens, like how close are my predictions to what actually ends up happening. So my ultimate prediction is obviously Linda and Pete are coming first. I think that second and third place is going to be Auntie or Komiot. Auntie could be second or third. Komiot could be second or third. I'm not sure where that one's going to wiggle out. I think that fourth, fifth, and sixth place is going to be like Etta, Chachi, and Kiki. But I don't know where they're gonna be. Like, it could be, uh, Kiki, Chachi, Etta. It could be, Etta, Kiki, Chachi. It could be, uh, Chati, Etta, Kiki. Like, I mean, it could really be any combination of those 3 ladies are gonna place somewhere in the middle, and then Seneca is gonna come last. So that is what I have for my predictions. Let's jump back into the comments here. Um, okay, Leah Can18 is the winner. Yes, if they don't win, you're gonna be angry. It can be a landslide televote winner or not. Maybe they get over 400 points. Yes. Okay, we have hi Wilma, 30 minutes behind. Um, but did you factor that UMK is 2 weeks later than before? Um, so UMK is happening 2 weeks later than before, but they also released the songs 2 weeks later, or at least one full week later than before. So there isn't actually that much of a difference in time. And as far as the listening numbers I don't think are actually record. The video views are definitely records. But what's more concerning for me is that the songs dropped off in popularity very quickly. Whereas last time around, last year, the songs stayed in like that top 20 round. But this year, they were out of the top 20 within like a week of the songs coming out. So people might have listened right away, but they didn't keep listening. And what's important is that people keep listening to the songs, because the more you listen to the songs, the more like dedicated you are to seeing those songs win. Um, uh, Pete and Linda are the best. Hope they have real fire. They will have real fire. Real sparks, everything. I think they're gonna have so much pyro that are. We're gonna need to put sunglasses on. Leah Kane Hayton should win UMK, but I have a hard time seeing it win ESC. No winner vibes. But on the other hand, none of the ESC songs so far has given me that. I had more winner vibes on Erica. Okay, interesting. I haven't heard the other Eurovision songs. I probably won't ever hear them. Um, and I also agree that this doesn't really have like winner vibes. I think it's trying a bit too hard to be a Eurovision winning song. And it doesn't normally work out when you're trying when the idea is that you're a Eurovision song. I don't think that's always a good way to go. Um, I'm not quite understanding. It's Takatuka. It's more likely to represent Finland this year. I mean, it's possible, but I just don't think so. Um, I don't see how that's gonna happen. I think the jury is gonna prefer Liaquin Haytin so much more than Takatuka that this is also 75% public vote. So it doesn't matter if something comes first, like landslides the juries, even if you basically almost have to win the jury in order to win. And I don't think Takatuka can win the jury. Um Liaquin Haytin is definitely made to win the UMK, but there's no way it goes far in Eurovision. Yes, I think a lot of people would agree with that statement. The number of views doesn't matter. People choose the best talent live, but for me, Kiki is best to represent Finland in Eurovision. The number of views does matter. The number of views does matter. It doesn't mean that the person with the most views is always going to win, but it does matter. The people with the least amount of views do not win. Um, Kiki is the best to represent Finland. I mean, I think that it's the best song, so I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. And she's a really great performer, so, um, I think Kiki is the best this year, in my opinion, for my taste. Um, I wanted to know what you think about the Yorma and Sami old people, the hosts. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't really know much about them, but they seem interesting and entertaining. So I think that it's going to be cool. You'll have to ask me again after the show is over. I will do a review recap about the experience of UMK after the show. So sometime next week. I'm normally really tired after UMK, so in a week or two, I'll tell you what I thought about the hosting. By the way, you're going to see Erica Vickman. Yes, Erica Vickman is going to perform. She's going to perform her new song, and there's going to be a special guest. Don't know who the special guest is yet. Songs have more streams than last year. There are new songs on the way in top 10. Yes, that is true that there are other songs like Isak Elliott's album had come out, but again, the songs peaked and they dropped quickly. And most of those songs, especially the lower ones, you okay, maybe in Leakin Haitian's case, yeah, you can say that that one would be much higher, but for the others, the most that you're going to gain is 10, 12 spots, and we're looking at songs in the 50s, 70s, 180s, like that it just it no. The songs are not as popular as they were last year. They did not keep people's interest. Um One thing that makes me sad is that Linda does not play her violin. Yeah, that sucks. That's why I dislike like real instruments in competitions like this because they're just pretending. I'm pretty sure though that last year um she was playing her violin, I think, because she wasn't a competitor. So I think that they let her play it last year. Maybe she wasn't actually playing. I don't know. But that was an electric violin she had last year. So it could have been. Uh Jury might love Iku? Iku. What's Iku? Who's Iku? Who's Iku? Um Overall predictions. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's see this. Overall prediction. Auntie, Linda and Pete, big gap. Yeah. Komiot, Eta Kiki, big gap, Chachi Sinica. You know what? You could be totally right. You could be right. I mean, I would be surprised again if Auntie beat out Linda and Pete, but that's possible. I think honestly, if you flipped those two, Linda and Auntie, then you would be I would put money on it. Jury might love Kiki, Kiki. Yes, I do think the jury might love Kiki. I think that might be a situation like Goldilocks, where the jury really liked her a lot, and just like with Goldilocks, people didn't really stream that song very much, but they did vote for it in the end because it had cool staging. Um, Peta and Linda should win. Peta and Linda will win. I don't have any doubts on that. Are you going to let us know when you do live at UMK? I'm going to go live between the rehearsal and the final, which is going to be around, let's see, around 6 o'clock, 5:36. It's such a busy day that like I can't really be like really predicting. Like I'm gonna jump on live. So you just have to put on the alerts if you want to get my alerts for UMK, and then you can just turn off the alerts after UMK is over. I don't care. But yeah, I will be going live at least then. I might do a little bit of a live after the show. I think maybe it was last year I did a live of the winners press conference. But I will definitely pop on live somewhere around 6 o'clock on Saturday for rehearsals. Your money is at Erica's special guest is Gojo because they did a single together last year. That's possible. That is possible. They did say it was international guest. So it could be Gojo. Alrighty. So it's been an hour. I've been talking so much. I am going to eats special guest is JJ. Well, that would be interesting. A special guest was JJ. I don't know if they could get him, but I guess Austria just had their national final, so it's possible. Um, I sorry if you guys are hearing that ping. My family is texting me and it's coming through my computer. Love this live. Thank you all for joining. And still 50 people here. That's awesome. Thank you to every single one of you who has joined the video stream, who has talked in the chat. For people watching this regular, thank you for watching. Definitely stay tuned for my other videos coming up. It is late. I am hungry. Cookie is hungry. So I am going to sign off for now and we'll see you next time. See you at UMK. See you at UMK, guys. 3 days. Wait, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days. We'll see you there. Bye bye.